Hello, everyone. I'm happy to be back with another young Indian, part of the Voice of the Young series. Right now, we have with us Nikhil Nanda. Let's listen to him. Over to you, Nikhil.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me on this platform. Uh, so, first of all, honored to be here. I think this is we are well into 600 of this Vidped series, and it's incredible that you are giving such a platform to the young Indians. And as you say, you want to endorse them and like give them a chance to share their thoughts, and this is an incredible platform. Uh, Over to me, I would like to begin with by sharing just a quick journey. So I have been born and brought up in Delhi. I went to school here in Delhi. I think I lived most of my life in Delhi, and I've been outside Delhi just for my master's. So I did my schooling till 12th from Delhi. It was, I think, 11th or 10th by that time when I would say I had started getting some inclination towards economics. Uh, uh, to be really frank, I think Dr. Raghuram Rajan was the RBI governor at that time, and not to give him the full credit, but I think the way he was public with his views and very outrightly, openly talked about the RBI's policies, and I had started reading the financial newspapers at that time, and so that brought my inclination more towards economics. And by 11th and 12th, I was very sure that I would be pursuing economics, and there was no two minds about it. Then that happened. I got my admission in bachelor's in economics in Delhi University. I completed my 3-year degree in Delhi University, and I think I learned a lot from there. I think from the core foundations to I think to the setup where they would by the time in the third year where they left us. I think for me, they left us wanting more, because by the time by the third year's end, I wanted more of economics because I was more or less in love with it. Uh, I decided to pursue my master's in economics. I gave out entrances in India. I think master's in economics is primarily dependent on you write entrance exams, and I cracked the entrance exam for Madras School of Economics, where there are multiple options, multiple specializations to choose from. I chose general economics. There are financial economics, there is environmental economics, but I chose general economics just because I wanted to be connected to the core of economics and not get restricted to any specialization or any specific courses. I had completed my master's during the COVID period. Yes, I am one of the COVID batch. So I had completed my master's in 2022, and at that time, before I think by in my first years of my master's, it was a 2-year master's program at Madras School of Economics. First year, I had some inclination towards going for a PhD or maybe following up in academia. But I think I later on realized that academia uh, comes with its own trade-offs, and I think I was not ready to trade the other things for academia to pursue my professional career in academics or maybe go into the search something. But of course, the core or love for economics stayed there. I had secured a placement with Deloitte USI. This is the global center for Deloitte US offices in India. I had secured a placement there for the role of in the division of model risk management. So I've been working with Deloitte for the past 2 years now, 2022 till now. The My role primarily uh, covers we serve clients, and these clients are primarily banks and financial institutions. And this role has emerged out of regulatory compliance, but has now become much more than what it is. It is a regulatory compliance for banks and financial institutions to regularly develop and validate their models, whatever the internal models that they're using, whether it's statistical, financial, or internal decision models, or they're using it for maybe for their regulatory purposes, or maybe for some internal decision about loans or what credit card to give, whom to give, etc. So this uh, role brought about an amalgamation of maybe finance, economics, and analytics, all of which we were trained on during our masters, and some skills that we gained on our own. So this role brought about a beautiful mix of these interdisciplinary subjects, and I think it fits perfectly. I really enjoy my time here, and it's a very challenging role, and of course I really like getting the hang of analytics, so to speak. So here I am continuing this. I think you're on mute.
Deloitte is a highly prized company to work for, I believe, right? And it's one of the top, right? I mean, don't be shy
Yeah.
to say it.
Yeah, of course, of course. It is considered one of the big fours, as the name has been given to the large accounting firms. And yeah,
Yeah.
it is topmost of the big fours, and it is a
Yeah.
very prestigious firm to work for, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course.
And how long
I
are the hours? How long are the hours?
The hours are so I also work somewhat in sync with the US clients. So I have to be partly available on their time, but partly be available on my time. So work both. So the hours are fine. It gets busier as the season comes. Sometimes the workload is low, but the hours are fine as such. But when we say fine, we're talking on in very arbitrary terms. What is fine for maybe someone like me working in my age would not be fine for someone else working and looking for that work-life balance. So
Yeah. Okay. And where are you now? In which city?
I am in Delhi. So
Okay.
I had spent 1.5 years in Hyderabad. That's where the head office for Deloitte USI is.
Yes.
But I had to the mothership was calling me. I had to come back home.
Yeah. And
So this is where my home is. So I really enjoyed my time in Hyderabad, definitely. But I think Delhi is the place for me.
it's remote work or what?
No, it's partly remote. It's a hybrid structure.
Yeah.
So we
Well,
have to
yeah,
in
it has to
office.
be remote for US clients, right?
Yeah, of course, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. Okay. And what? So my two standard questions. First one, what do you think is your future?
Okay. Let me give you two answers. I think since
Yeah.
it's about young people, I'll give one answer that is very personal to me, and then I'll give one answer that is as a young person in India.
Yeah.
So personally speaking, I want to grow more. I think there is a hunger inside me. I have that itch that I have to keep on learning or keep on upskilling. Maybe it is in others, but I have the philosophy of jack of all trades, master of not the master of one. I want to do everything, and I want to do more and more stuff. So I really want to try to do more, and as much as I can, as long as I have the energy, the zest to do it, I'll do it. I am really optimistic about the future. I'm not one of the pessimistic kinds who sees the future as very gloomy. Even with everything that's there, I don't think AI will take my job. I will. I um, I think it will be very complementary. I am very optimistic about the future. I am very optimistic personally about my well-being in future. I think I will do well. I will lead on to be a very happy, self-fulfilled life, both in professional and personal prospects. On the second part, I think as a young Indian, India presently is just the place to be. I think it is growing on all fronts. And as they say, India is a country that lives in many centuries at once. I think we're going to move towards the future only, and everything will converge. I think the stage is set for India to grow. There are a lot of problems. Of course, anyone can come out and point out these are the problems with India. And of course, there are problems. I think nobody should deny problems. But I think as a young person in India, there is abundance of opportunities everywhere in every field that you go. And I think if you're willing enough, then you can excel at any of those fields. I think there is support from all fronts at this point, and I think the youth, that is 50% of our population, is charged up to take advantage of that.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. And so, based on all this, what are your tips for young people who are in perhaps 11th, 12th, thinking of their future, or first year of bachelor's? What would you tell them?
I would say, as cliched as it sounds, try to get as much exposure or experience as possible. I mean, I was as confused. I was also as confused as they might be at that point when I was in my bachelor's or 11th or 12th. Of course, the future is very uncertain. You don't know where you'll end up, but I don't think you regret it as long as you try your hand at everything. Just, I think, don't be lazy. I would say just do stuff.
Do stuff. Okay. All right. How was your college in Delhi?
It was very enriching experience. I think I would bring out certain criticism of college, as you were talking about, that the colleges can't keep pace with the students' ambition. So I think the curriculum wise, I believe that it was a little outdated, but I think the exposure that I got from the people around me, and this was back in 2015-16 when the digital revolution, so to speak, was coming in India, and like people were, and even so the startup culture was just blooming. So at that point, I saw a lot of things happening around me. People were just participating anything and everything. I loved that environment, and I think that similar environment is now countrywide. But I experience as a student in my college, and talking about the curriculum, I think the curriculum and the facilities need to match what this country is, what the youth of this country wants.
Okay.
I think even the topmost university in this country, Delhi University, still can't meet its students' ambition. So I think that says something.
Okay. All right. But that's a general comment. But what about the young people? You just said don't be lazy, right?
Yeah.
You have to be in whatever it is. You are not going to change it when you are in college. So you better, how do you take advantage of it?
How to take advantage of
Being in college.
whatever.
Yeah.
Being in college. Okay. I would say just try your hand at everything. I was very shy when I entered college, but yet I tried my hand at everything. I think I tried out for a lot of societies, and we have these societies and clubs in colleges.
Yeah.
I tried out for everything, and
Yeah.
I was rejected for a lot of them. But yet I did participate in a lot of them. I was surrounded with art and culture. I was even tried out for the theatrical society, but I didn't make it. So I think if you don't try out everything or a lot of things, you would never know what you like or what you find interesting and what is going around with you. If you just stick your nose in a book and live your life that way, I think that that's not going to work now. You have to be exploring all the time. I think the world is changing too much for to be staying still.
And was the Madras School of Economics better equipped than what you would say your college?
I would say, in terms of facilities, yes, it worked. Uh, it did have the facilities that one would require as a master student, especially for economics. Of course, I would not expect much from a college that is focused on economics. I think I'm about to say is encouraging maybe entrepreneurship or like other exchanging ideas or talking about research. I don't that is where it lacked. So, but otherwise, I think my master's institute was well equipped.
Okay, wonderful. All right. Anything else you want to add here?
I think just I think mostly that's it. But yeah, if this podcast is for young people,
Yes.
I think I am well beyond my young age. but for the younger ones who are still charted up, I think there's abundance of knowledge with you, and I rightly, as you mentioned in the start, that the they are so much knowledgeable. I see young people 7, 8 years younger than me, and they have so much knowledge, so much information about so many vast topics. I think uh, use that, put that to use, just experiment. I think you have, if you're in a position where you can experiment and do stuff and just take a risk, then please.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Nikhil. I think we have heard a very, very optimistic and successful person talking about his experience. I think it's very helpful to have that. And best of luck in what you want to do. I'm sure you'll do well because you've come so far. And there's, you found your place. It's going to be mostly in Delhi. Maybe somebody can entice you to come to Bangalore, maybe. But other than that, I think you found your path and it's a good path to be on. So thank you so much for being here. Let's end it here today. And let's say bye to the viewers. I'll be back with another young person or an expert soon. Bye till then. Bye, everybody.